Okay, the recording has started. Yeah, as I said, I'm just gonna look through this at the start and just let it play out, and then I'll start reviewing after.
Okay, that's cool.
Because this is kind of I need some time to figure out how you're playing. Because I've found in the past, if I try to watch replays before doing coaching, it really biases me. So, this is the workaround. I respect the game of it. So I'm curious, how okay with death are you?
I am very much fine with it. Like there's times where I'm like, it feels like I have more value achieving what I want to, and then die afterwards if it means that everyone else just keeps to like keep going and I can just come back in after.
I definitely agree with that
Yeah.
philosophy. Just some people are like, I never want to die. Which I don't love the mindset, but I will work with it.
Mm-hmm.
I ask because like the big thing that I'm seeing right now, I want to look and see if there's any other big patterns. Because if you're playing so far away that you can't influence the fight. That's alright, some stuff I'm looking over this, but that's kind of why I'm asking.
Yeah, this match I kind of had slightly different intentions, but as soon as it started and I looked at their comp, I was like, okay, hold up. I might play myself if I drop on the side of the stack.
Fair. I still can only drop off of what you have here. It's like, I still think you can play just fine playing aggressive, even on the stage. You're gonna die for this, aren't you? I'm not surprised.
I think. No, I
I was
made
just
it.
predicting because that was it. Feels like they did it on it. That's I'm gonna skip. Let's see. I want to see how you play defense. Let's see this.
Yeah, this game felt very meh for me because it felt like the way I was
Was this
playing
the
was
mega?
serviceable, but yeah.
What the? I am so confused.
Hello?
I thought this was the. Yeah,
No,
games in a certain order. I am.
the
What
code that
is?
I put in is it's for crab leg.
I'm gonna lose my mind. I, that's my bad. That would explain a lot.
Yeah, this one was a bad game.
Okay.
Okay,
Sorry,
let's start
we
with
had the
that.
instant start and it just broke my brain. Because what I typically do is I do like having both the good games next to each other, and then the meta game, and then the two bad games. Or reverse the order. But the meta game is always the middle.
Yeah.
It was not the middle this time.
Yeah.
So, so I'm curious, when you're playing Hydra, are you looking to punish the enemy team for doing something, or are you looking to kind of just play your own game, make the enemy team deal with you because you're a Hydra and the second you have a full charge, they just explode?
Yeah.
Yes, which one? There are two options.
I
assume the latter,
yeah,
but
it's like yeah. Sometimes I'm not always looking to punish people. Sometimes I'm more so looking to speed myself up so I can help like set myself up and set my team up.
it's like, what is your end goal? Like, is your end goal you want to just kill the enemy team for pushing into you, or is it you want to set up your own thing in your team?
A little bit of both. Because there's a lot of times where it's like I don't want to kind of stand around and kind of wait to be like pulled forward by my teammates, because then it feels like I'm being a little less effective that way. So I try to like find ways to like move up myself so I can be of more use.
I can definitely help you
And
there.
just like apply immediate pressure. Yeah.
So we were playing Hydra yesterday and a bit before this, and I definitely am comfortable playing for the offense. I'm gonna skip to when you're pushing because I want to see.
Okay.
Because I already have a decent idea of how you were on defense.
Yeah, this is something I've been struggling with a lot on this map actually, is pushing up. I think
This map is
that
really
this was
weird.
one of, yeah, especially for like Inkbot clans, I think this match was one of the better attempts. So yeah, we're gonna ignore that.
I, I don't judge our mechanics, Chief.
This
Don't worry. You will literally, I'm the last person who will judge our mechanics.
Yeah, this match felt like one of the better attempts, but it's still a bit weird to like try to navigate.
I can't comment so much on team side because I'm focused mainly on your perspective. Um, but I'm now realizing I did this the other way around if I wanted to restart this, but whatever. You know what? Hold on, one second. I want to make sure before we keep going. I want to make sure OBS is like doing everything correctly because I'm being
Mhm.
paranoid now. It is okay. Good. Uh, the paranoia from the replay incident. Okay, so I want to put something on opening because like the first thing that I noticed seeing this is like if you get the chance, it's faster to just shoot once and then just squid roll forward or just swim forward compared to running. I think. Um, especially
I am unfortunately bad at that.
yeah, fine. I'm also not even the best at it. Like even just swimming is a decent bit faster, if I'm not mistaken. Um, like it's a small thing. No, it's definitely faster to swim. I find it out because like I'm looking at this scenario. Because like you probably I like playing a few games to show. Like your goal is you ideally want to be up here right now, and the reason for that is what's up? Sorry, I heard you. Feels like you have
Huh?
something you want to say there, or was that just an inhale?
Oh no, yeah, I didn't say anything.
Okay. Sorry, sometimes it's hard to tell. Different people have different tells. Okay. So like right now, I'd say you probably want to be here, and you can be here super easily just by being a little faster on opening. And
Mhm.
here, I'm gonna stop to overhead real quick. The big reason why you want to be there in particular is because I think something that I was noticing with the angles you're playing is it feels like you're playing angles to guard what they're trying to do. So like we're gonna have this here, and we're just gonna go over angles. Oh, I forgot that I have yellows one of the quick colors on Epic One because you're playing here. So your angle is something like this roughly. Like it's not terrible, but if you notice, this isn't setting you or the team up for anything. It's just denying the enemy team from being able to go, okay, I want to go this way, because if they do that, they get shot. Um,
Mhm.
we're gonna compare that to playing here, because I don't get me wrong, I know that playing here is a bit scarier, um, because it does increase the odds of you dying. Like I can't discredit that. Um, here I'm gonna lightly shade in the areas you can hit to make it a little easier to see. Um, the big thing with that is if you're noticing that the enemy team can't push forward and you can push into them and push them back with your own angle. Like it's a small thing, but I think Hydra really needs to be balancing. I want to play defensive and I want to keep the enemy team away, and the second I have a full charge, they have to respect it. Because like realistically, the only thing that can stop you before you get all the way going, if I'm not mistaken, is bow. Um, and bow has to hit its one shot.
Mhm.
Like I know it's a small thing, but I pointed it out because I was noticing kind of similar issues. Like here, you can notice the enemy team pushes forward into the same area. And like even if you get the kill here, do you see how I didn't do much for it? Like realistically, as your mechanics improve with you, you'll just get this kill.
Okay.
But it just feels messy because you're stopping the enemy team, yes, but you're not setting anything up for your team. And from what you're describing, it feels like you do want to be setting up a decent bit for your team compared to just preventing.
Okay.
Here's fine. I don't even blame you for here. Like I think you take the fight out. That's fine. This is good. I actually appreciate you going for the points. Because you are a Hydra there, your choices are kind of jump out or wait for a full charge.
Mhm.
So, this is good. And I want to put something out because I think this might be where your team is struggling, or like, where you've been struggling for pushes. Let's go to here. Sorry, mixing between overhead, because overhead lets me show some stuff that I can't normally. So this is the scenario you're coming into. In this case, I don't even blame you for in this case, it's a little hard to know where these two are, unless your teammate is calling
Mhm.
that. But I do not expect most teams to be calling that, from what I've heard from calls. But I do want to point something out because if your goal is to go forward and play, because if you want to play frontline higher or you want to keep the push going, the big thing obviously is you need to be in their face and shutting them down from being able to do what they want to. Um, because that is what Hydra does. This is my area, deal with it. Because Hydra's really extreme and it's really fun with it. The issue is you see one fight here and you just wait. You wait in full charge. And even if you don't want to take the fight, you can go all the way around right because it should be safe thanks to your rush. Or you can branch over to here. Um, the other option is I think here you just take the fight. Because I think any of those are a little quicker. And the important thing is it's keeping your push alive. Because at this point, eh, I'm curious. How easy do you think it would be to get a push from this scenario?
Um, it should be possible.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like,
Like out of 10, I'd say like a 7.
yeah, absolutely. I'd honestly put it at an 8. Um, I want to find out here. I'm gonna leave this in overhead. Do you notice how far back you are? Like,
Yeah.
it feels like you're trying to hold your own space compared to let me take an angle in a spot where it's a little risky to me, but if I get a full charge, the enemy team is just gonna explode.
Yeah. I was being a little cautious there because the Dapples were kind of on me a lot this set, and my teammate was already taking the fight with them, so I was just like trying to support them. I didn't want to like rush down there because I didn't know where they were.
Fair. I think my approach is your teammate was fighting them, so that's why I would have actually gone to try to help them. Because end of the day, all
Okay.
that matters is they die and your team can push forward. If you're the one pushing or if your teammate's the one pushing, is there that much of a difference? There's a difference in holding the push. I'll give you credit there. But it's not really a difference in the push happening itself, if that makes any sense. Even if you're worried about Dapple, you take so long to try to fight it that Dapple ends up killing you.
Yeah.
Because I think the issue that you're running into with Dapple is you're kind of letting Dapple dictate what it wants to do. And if Dapple can dictate what it's going to do, it's just going to fight you. If that makes sense. Because that's all Dapple wants to do, really. And this is fine. There's not a ton you can really do here. I don't actually have anything to comment. Because it was just kind of, you died earlier and you were a little slow swimming in. I can point out here. Because, this was the big thing I was noticing. Is it feels like you're taking these really wide open spots where you can control, or where you can threaten, this entire area. I'm fairly sure this is Hydra range, or close to it. That's not Hydra range
Yeah.
on the side. Probably closer to this. This, I think. You can control
Yeah,
this
something
entire
like
area.
that. Yeah.
So I want to point out something with Force, because Force is really weird and I don't see a ton of people talk about it. And I'm going to ask a question. Can you control this entire area that you can impact?
Um, maybe.
I'm curious. Why do you say maybe?
I mean, like, yeah, I'm there, but from this position, I'm not sure if I could like hold it with the bow in front of me.
Sure. Uh, it's funny. I actually don't think bow is the uh big thing here, because I want to find out something with Force, which is rare. Um, I'm going to also bring this up and point it out as attention. So, fun fact about multitasking. Um, did you know that for multitasking, it's not actually you're holding multiple things. It's you're doing a tiny bit here, you're doing a tiny bit here, and you're doing a tiny bit here, and you're just going back and forth so quickly that you actually don't notice the gap. Because that's how you'd have to control this area. Because you can control this segment. Let's say you're deciding that you want to shoot this area. You can shoot and control this entire area really, really well. But you can't control this side or this side while you're doing that. And I point that out because on paper this feels like a good position. Because it does give you a lot of reach. Um, the thing is, it doesn't change that you have a limited force, or like you have a limited area in which you can put your force, just inherent to the weapon, if that makes sense. And I point that out because if you notice here, it feels like you're trying to do a little bit of everything. So not a lot's happening. Something I would say is like you can drop down here pretty comfortably, get a full charge, and just walk up. Because as long as all of your force is directed here, you're in range to hit. Which it's scary to you, yeah. But like, if your goal is to set up fights, I think that's the easiest way to do it. Because like, from this position, all you're kind of doing to the enemy team is saying, I don't like you being here, so I'm going to make sure that you can't sit here, but I'm not going to make you do something, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Because I think that's the issue that I've noticed in this game is like, you're doing well in making sure the enemy team doesn't always get to do what they want, but you're not making the enemy team do what you want. And the issue with that is specials. Because the thing with specials is obviously you get specials over time, right?
Yeah.
So if all you're saying is I don't want the enemy team to do this, but I'm not going to do something, they're just going to get a special, and they're just going to force you to do something.
Okay.
Like
I got
specials,
you.
what specials do is put you on a timer to do something. And yes, you have bubble. Bubble is good because it adds more time that you can just stay there. But again, specials will still force you to do something. Like that's what specials are for. And it just doesn't feel like you're playing to, hey, they have specials. They're going to eventually get them. The goal is to stop them before they can even do that. Because if you can stop them before that, it's trivially easy to do something. Like if you notice, like we can play the fun game. And we can look at the graph. I actually should have paused first. But here is, I want to point something out. So you stay here and you pop a bubble, right? And
Yeah.
you're doing well. You're keeping the enemy team back. They get one kill on your teammate, whatever. Then they pop a Zuka, and then your team lives.
Yeah.
And I'm curious if Zuka is what wipes your team here, to be honest. Because I find this out as a, like, you can literally see your teammate pushing in. And if you notice, you're just holding space. Okay, Zuka is not what killed your team. Which, if it's so, it's because it didn't in this scenario, I don't think I'm wrong in saying that. I have noticed it a lot from other people playing. Let's see. So I'm gonna fast forward through deaths a bit.
Okay.
Also, as a note, because I typically will go a little fast unless there's something I really need to explain. If you're confused or curious about something, ask.
Okay.
I will go at whatever pace, but I've not developed the skill of mind reading. Yeah, I'll let this play out. But if you're noticing, you're doing well in stopping them from doing exactly what they want to, but you still can't dictate that pace because the enemy team, like, you're not making the enemy team start reacting to you. Honestly, think what
Okay, so I'm just basically there.
Kind of, yeah. Like, you're doing actions, you're preventing their actions, but you're not doing any forcing actions. But the enemy team doesn't have to respect you, if that makes sense. If you want, I think what I'll do is two things. I want to look at one of your good games, and see if it's different. Look at one of your bad games, and then I want to drag you into a PB because I want to show you some stuff with forcing actions.
Okay.
And the fun thing with forcing actions is instead of just showing you, I can make you feel it. I'm not kidding. Like, something with forcing actions is it's just a mentality thing. Let's say.
Okay.
I'm gonna just let this play out at natural speed. Look, I want to find out. Look at how far. Okay, actually, no, this is fine. You were doing the correct way here. I was gonna say something, then I'm like, no, you're right.
Yeah, I was waiting for a jump.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. Only thing I'd say here, like, I'm just being picky and making your life easier because I'm used to this. When you are jumping in like this, you can ask your teammate, where do you need to aim? So, like, as you're jumping in, where do I need to aim? Behind. And now you're just turning around before you're even jumping, if that makes sense. Right before you're jumping like this.
Oh.
It just makes it a little easier on you, so you aren't having to react to basket. And you can just set up your throw. Because, like, it feels feels like you just had to take a second to process what's going on, and that's why you missed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, at the end of the day, yes, it gets scored, but there was a claim next to your teammate. If they didn't have to pick up a pity, it's not quite a lead spot, but it's close. If I'm not mistaken, let's see. They scored that claim. Yeah, no, I think that might have. I'm not sure if it would have been the end of BL, but it would have increased the odds of you getting a lead. And this is fine. I think you can stay in. Like, if you notice you're backing up a lot, like, you're responding to what the enemy team is doing. And you're playing reactive to what they're doing. Let's see. That's fine. I just gotta wish you were pushing. Like, if you notice, it feels like you're holding and afraid for them to push into you.
Um, a little.
This is good. Like, this should be at least swap. Perfect. That's tragic. That is so tragic.
Yeah, this match was very funny.
I hate how much that happens on Flamblets. It's incredibly funny, but when it happens to you, it's not so much. Yeah, like, at this point, it doesn't make sense to play defensive. But I want to point out that there's a difference between playing defensive and waiting to react, if that makes sense. Because like you can be playing.
Can you explain that?
Yeah. So I'm gonna find out two spots up here. Like let's say you take. Actually, you know what? Let me swap to overhead. And I'm more than happy to explain that. I was gonna do that. I knew it was because this is something that isn't explained a lot. So I assume you know what I've been talking about with like proactive versus reactive. I feel most people do.
Yes.
Okay. So big thing with that is obviously reactive is you're playing to the enemy team's speed. Um, and I'm gonna find out something with defensive. Uh, because this is something that I see some people mix up. What is the point of defense?
I mean, you need to defend if they're pushing so they don't get a bigger lead.
Yeah, it's simpler than that. Like, it's not even just in game. What is the point of defense as a whole?
To stop what the other person's doing.
Yes, perfect. And I point that out because if you're sitting here and you're trying to take a fight, is this not playing defensive? Because your entire goal is I want to stop what
I,
you're doing.
okay, yeah,
So you can play
I can agree
there,
to that.
or you can play here. And I'm not saying these are good spots for the record. I'm just pointing out spots.
Okay.
I bring this up because the thing that I would encourage for you, especially with Hydra, is don't be afraid to take spots that are going to open you up to fight. Like, let's say you stay behind this inflatable in mid, like right here.
Hmm.
The second you get a full charge, you can peek, and you're just going to shut down the entire right side by fighting. Because at the end of the day, all that matters is you're stopping what the enemy team wants to do. That's why I was asking, what's the what's the point of defense? And this is kind of what I was saying. It feels like you're playing too defensive. Because you can play here and still be playing defense, but you're playing it here. Um, if I need to plug in my computer, that may be a good idea. Let's see. So what we're gonna do is something fun real quick. So
Okay.
let's just talk about the position as if you were in mid. Like we're gonna work with the one here, and we're just gonna work with playing here. Because you can hit. It feels like this is better because you can hit like way more space.
Hmm.
But I want to point out a difference. If I'm the enemy team, sorry, I need to find purple real quick to make this a little easier. And this is more maroon, but whatever. If I'm the enemy team and I'm trying to push forward here, I have to stop here because of you on Hydro. Or if I'm trying to go around, I have to stop here because you're in mid. And let's say the enemy team uses specials, because as we were mentioning earlier, specials force you to do something because of how much force they put out, right?
Hmm.
So let's say they reset her. They're only now getting to here. Which on paper, okay, that makes sense. You should be staying here then, right?
Right.
Here's where that really starts to fall apart. Where is... So I'm trying to figure out a good color. Let's do... Yeah, let's do whatever shade of green this is. So if you're playing here, where you are currently, if I'm the enemy team, I can push up to here. without needing to do anything with resources and specials, and without needing to risk dying, right?
Mm-hmm.
That means I can use my special here to get to here.
Oh.
And if you notice, there's something really, really important right here. There's something a little important here. That's something I can start exploring. You see the difference in why I'm bringing this up, right? Because that's a that is a major set of differences. That's a major difference. And look, this does win and lose games, which
I'll
hopefully does make
understand.
sense. And I'm not sounding insane, because like even from the enemy team, in like let's say I push right side, because keep in mind right side's even worse. Because like if you're in this spot, right, the enemy team can't push this way
Mm-hmm.
because you shoot them here. With you being back here, they can go to here or here, which I'm gonna ignore this. Like, yes, this is a threat. I'm not even gonna worry about it. What is a threat is we were talking about specials, right? Uh,
Right.
um, you can't stop both of them from where you are.
Yeah, I have to choose one or the other.
Compare that to when you were here, because like I think if we're pointing it out from here, like it's a lot easier to see. Okay, if I'm here, I just stop them before they can get further in.
Right.
The only way that they can actually get something going is if they go all the way over here. Which, if they do that, that's easy enough for you to spot. Or they have to go all the way over here. But if you notice, this is a lot easier for your team, isn't it? Because, like,
Yeah.
sorry, I'm gonna soft colors. It's so funny looking at this. This is such a mess of colors.
No, you're good. I'm following. I'm following.
I know. Uh, which is good. So, like, let's say you have a team. That's not a good color. That does not pop on. That does not pop at all. Um, sorry, I have a very limited array of colors. Okay. So, like, let's say you have a that's not easy enough to tell. I'm going to lose my sanity. Please tell me this is easier to distinguish. Okay, that's good enough. So look, if I'm your teammates, I now know that I literally just have to have someone sit here, or have someone sit here. And where can they go? They either have to push into like one of the brushes on the side, which isn't fun, or they have to run into a Hydra that kills in 12 frames. Like I think we can both agree that's not a very fun position to be in. Um,
It's not.
I will point out with you playing there. Now your team has to have someone who's holding like here and that only watches left side. And then you need someone who's like here to watch flank. And then you need someone like all the way over here. And then you're playing back here. And if you're noticing, your team, like ideally if your team is here, they're in front of where you can shoot. So you're not doing anything that your teammates aren't. Sorry, that was a little long-winded. However, I feel that's important to mention. Which hopefully all of that makes sense. Because like we can actually talk about it and look at this because the enemy team gets another push because you have lead, right?
Mm-hmm.
You want to know what my bet is? Considering look at the group of specials and then when they push. How much you want to bet what I was just talking about is exactly what happens.
Oh, I think 100% that is what happened.
Let's see. I'm so curious if that will even take left side. If that happens, I'm going to die of laughter. Missiles come out. Okay. Okay. I was correct. I was on the money. I was on the money. I'm sorry. It always makes me laugh whenever I'm accurate like that. Like if you notice at this point, you kind of just gave them space and time by playing where you did. Okay. As I said, I want to look at one of your good games. And I want to see if you do better about this. It's part of why I like having good games to look over is I enjoy being able to point out when you do it correct compared to just saying you have to do this. Good luck. Sorry, I'm a weird coach. I value positive psychology or something.
No, you're good.
I didn't have the sarcasm. I'm gonna do this anyways. This is good. So, like, I want to find out here. I don't love you dropping right, but if you notice, you staying there and getting full charge, we can both agree the enemy team has to respond to you. Like they just have to.
Yeah. Because usually I'd open up on the left, but it felt like I kept running into scenarios that weren't like
Yep.
always favorable, or it took me like too long to get something going, and I was like, I'm tired of it. So
And then you get two
someone was like,
on opening, and now you have gambit for the
yeah.
next
So I was
30
like, you know what?
seconds.
I was like, how about I just drop right?
Yeah. And like
And I was
here,
like, but I need you guys to put attention on the left, and it just ended up working out.
yeah, it's great. And, like I'll point out here, like, because I want to find out some stuff, because this is probably what I'll focus on when I'm playing. Because like the big thing that I'm pointing out is I feel you're playing too far back. Because like right now you just wiped the enemy team. What is stopping you from going up to here and getting a full charge? Like right here behind the wall.
Nothing.
Yeah. Sorry, like pointing at stuff like spots like that. I want to find out you're still going forward and you're still bringing the fight to them. Like it has to respond to what you're doing. Because if they don't, they just die. And now they're stuck behind a wall. And now it's doing nothing, and your team is fighting left. So like if you notice how like where you're playing and playing to force fights directly impacts your teammates. Yeah. There, if you notice, you were trying to react to what they were doing, and that's why you die. Like it sounds odd, but I think in this game, playing reactive is more dangerous than playing proactive. Um, Playing reactive is nice because you only have to respond, right? And a lot of people like
Hmm.
doing that because it feels simple. Like, okay, there's something pushing right side, I just need to shoot right side, obviously. The reason it's dangerous is if you're reacting, you're giving the enemy team time to get specials. And if I get specials, now you have to respond to a death threat. Or to a lethal threat. And if you have
Okay.
to respond to a lethal threat, you can't just shoot them. So the system of, okay, I just want to, let me just sit here and I'll just shoot them. The second that they throw a death threat, you can't just shoot them. So what was the point of sitting there to try to shoot them?
Yeah, I thought the block there was a little taller and would have
Oh, I get
protected
you.
my head, but it was shorter, so I was like, oh, okay.
I understand it in that scenario. I'm also pointing out and really beating the dead horse. Please tell me you got what was on the left side. Good. That's fine. But again, like, notice this has to react to you. Both of them had to react to you, and it just didn't. Now there's something left side, cool, and now you react. Like, reactive gameplay is not bad, but it should not be the main thing of your gameplay. Or the main part of your gameplay, if that makes sense. That's fine.
Okay.
Honestly, I'd probably just boot out the thing. Yeah, I would just boot out a little quicker. So you won the game. Anyways, hopefully you do see some of what I was talking about from the other game of just slight bits of positioning and looking to set up fights in further spots to where the enemy team has to be
Hmm.
responding to you. Okay, this was the other bad game, right? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, paranoia from the Med game. That I still have no idea what was up with that replay at the start. That was. We may never know, I suppose. Okay. I'm gonna mainly let this play out like normal, and I want to see if you're doing the same thing. Because for some people, playing with different groups, or just it just changes things. This is fun. Like, I want to find out. Do you see how you're trying to wait for them to do something and then react? It's like it is a little dangerous, but what's stopping you once you have your full charge from just jumping onto the onto the ledge, or not the ledge, but the little piping?
Um, I guess nothing. I guess I was waiting to like line up my shot a little better.
I get you. Uh, the only reason I'm really pushing against it is you're a Hydra. You shoot for like 4.5 seconds, and sorry, I'm doing some math. You kill in like a fourth of a second. So you can kill the enemy team like 16 times over if my math is right. That's not right. It should be 20, I think. Like, if you play perfect, you can kill the enemy team like 20 times over. That one is so just crazy. I love it. Like, again, you're just playing reactive and letting them dictate what's happening. Because like you can see Nautilus is on the right side, right? My prediction
Hmm.
is they're gonna storm in. Yep. Yeah, they're gonna storm in and get lead here, or they're gonna get zoned back. I don't think it will be directly Storm. But I just want to point out, like, you had a moment to just fight Nautilus there. There's that Storm. Yeah, and Storm forces you back. Like, if you notice, there's Unflip. And again, not trying to mean this is like, to bash you, just pointing out this is. I think this is the big thing on your end that's making your life harder.
No, that's fine.
This is good. I wish you could push forward a little, but like this is good. Just you backing off here isn't, because now you can't actually hit anything. Look, the goal that I think you should have with Hydra is you always want to be able to fight the enemy team and force them to respond to. That's fine. Like it's not ideal there because you died, but I want to point out I actually don't think you going for that is bad. Because at the end of the day, you're still trying to force the enemy team to do something. I think what happened is you took a second here, because like you can throw an auto bomb, you can throw a Booyah bomb, and then set up a charge to force them to react. Like in this case, you going right side so early is giving them time to react to you in advance, if that makes any sense. Because if they can react to you in advance, you're going to be in a disadvantage no matter what you do, really.
Okay.
Like there's all sorts of reasons. Like I'll point out the obvious one of response time. When you're on the right side, they are already responding to you. Just because they've seen you earlier and you're only now being able to respond to them. And your response time is just going to be a lot slower. Um, like here, let me do some general math to give a rough number of things. Sorry, I'm a nerd. I've been reading the literal textbook on stuff with response time and motor control. I'm weird. Um, yeah. So like looking at this scenario, because I'm fairly sure there's two people on right side, or if anything happens on left side, your response time is gonna be rough. It's like a half a second response time, assuming an ideal world. But like they're already responding to you in advance, which just makes it hard for you. Anyway, sorry, nerd talk over. Like, don't think that going right and dying, or going for something and dying because you're playing proactive is bad. It just means that it didn't work.
Okay.
I point that out because some people will take like, okay, I died as it's bad. It's not bad. It just means you can do it better. And if it's bad, it will just feel wrong. Like, there's a different feeling of wrong. If something's just impossible. That bomb is fine. Unfortunately, fine. Sorry, I feel like I'm a bit of a broken record here, but I do really think that's the big thing. Because, like, I'm just seeing you go in, you'll paint the area to try to push them back. The second the enemy team pushes into you, you'll give up all of the space that you were trying to take. Let's see. And then here, like, if you're noticing, you're up top, where you can't impact anything yet. I don't know, it's a little odd to try to put words through. Good, please tell me we are left side, honestly. Oh, okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Here, I want to go for this, and then I'll probably drag you into a PV if that's fine.
That's fine, yeah.
Because it looks like it's. But I'm curious, did you know why I was saying ideally you be our left side here? Because I'm
Yeah,
sure
because you
that
can see the
sounds weird.
dynamo on the left, right?
Yeah, it's just the dynamo on the left. And I still think that's the ideal target to be on.
Why?
Okay, so you know what I was talking about with force. So like, let's say you're up here, right?
Mm-hmm.
On paper, that line is too far out. On paper, you can cover everything out to like here-ish. Probably up to here on this side. So like you can cover that entire thing, right? You know how I was
Mm-hmm.
talking about with force? You can only apply it in one direction, really.
Mm-hmm.
If you Booyah off, like here, for example, like I probably actually put Booyah on your teammate, which, if I'm not mistaken, on radius, it looks something like this. So they can't do anything. Like Dynamo can't really do anything there for a good while, right?
Okay.
And let's say you play here. If you're watching this, you now angle like this, and this entire area gets disintegrated. So the enemy team literally has to turn this way, or they're gonna
Okay.
die. And if they try to go that way, you can take a step back to here. And again, same thing of how I was talking about with your force. You can only put it in one direction. They get disintegrated if they try to cross this. So you literally put the enemy team in a catch-22 where if they try to do anything, they have to face down a Hydra. Hopefully that makes sense. If it doesn't, please tell me. I don't mind taking a second to try to figure out a better explanation.
Yeah, can you break that down a little more?
Here, let me go to overhead real quick, because it might be a little easier to see from overhead's point of view. So I went this out with Hydra because Hydra in particular is really picky about how it wants to use its force if you're trying to do the most good with it. Okay. So I was saying I want you to be like here-ish. So the benefit of this is you know now the only way the enemy team can do something is if they're going super far wide, right?
Mm-hmm.
So these are the only ways that they can get in. In your case, if you're down here already, you can set up a charge and watch this entire area super easily. And you're controlling this entire area because if they try to take it, they have to fight you and you have full fire on them. So in Booyahing left side, you basically make it so if they aren't past like this line, which is the edge of your range, before the Starlight, they're just gonna die. Or they have to just wait for it to be over.
Okay.
Like in this case, yes, I can admit this thing is here. Uh, yes, it's here. That is the only thing your team has to worry about. So like if I'm your teammates, let me swap over to this pink. If I'm your teammates, I literally see this Booyah and I know there's a Hydra here. And it's okay, I can literally sit up here and I just need to watch this area, which is fairly easy to hold, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then you also know that okay, I just have to deal with this threat or anything in this area, which again is not terribly hard to deal with. So like in doing that, you're setting up your team so they have an easier time. And then if you want to get into some fancy shenanigans with setting up your teammates and for fights and stuff, let's say that let's say that Squeezer isn't here and we do this anyways, right?
Mm-hmm.
The second you put suppressive fire down, your teammates can rotate all the way behind because the enemy team is stuck in. Let me swap to black real quick. Like, the enemy team is literally stuck to this general area. Oops, I didn't mean to activate a bomb. Like you doing it, just that they're stuck here. So, and yeah, I know they can't sit here. If they're sitting here, that's kind of begging to die. But if you notice, just the Booyah setting up charge here forces the enemy team into a spot that's really uncomfortable for them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like the big thing that you want to do with at least Booyah Hydra, in my opinion. Anyways, here, let me back out and then see whatever pool I'm in. If I'm in the pool that I was from yesterday, which non-zero chance, that's gonna be hilarious. Because I was just trying to do open with someone and they set the pool to info. Let's see if that still holds. It still holds. Okay.
Nice.
If you want to, feel
Okay.
free to join the pool, and I'll send the invite in a second because I want to show some stuff to have you feel it.
Okay.
Just tell me when you're in the pool.
I'm in it.
That's it. Feel such out. And we're going to the stage that I taught another team this exact thing on.
Okay.
Okay. Let me swap to. Sorry, I'm trying to. I'm gonna steal most of how I explained this from them. Okay. So I'm gonna go into mid and pop right maker just so neither of us have to deal with the threat of that.
Okay.
The big thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to push at towards you in a few different ways, and I want you to just feel the difference in how you have to respond, or how you need to, or how you can respond.
Okay.
Because this is one of the easier ways that I found to like show the concept. Because if you can feel it, it becomes a lot easier to remember. But you can honestly stay up there. So if I'm just down here, how do you have to respond to this?
I mean, I kind of have to respect your space.
You do, but I'm not making you do something. If you notice, like, there's nothing stopping you. I'm not going to shoot at you, by the way. Like, there's nothing stopping you from going all the way back over grades and retreating to the right side. Or there's nothing stopping you from going like on flank down here. Is there? Like, you can go
No.
down here. I'm not gonna make you do something. And I'm gonna add a small bit of difference with this. You see how you're already responding to me before I'm even in? That's the difference. Like, you have to react or you're going to die. And even there, you're noticing, I'm forcing you to keep reacting to what I'm doing.
Okay.
I'm not gonna shoot at you, but look, that's the big difference. Cause look, up here, if you want to throw, like, I can even show you the difference just with you up there. In me playing a little more, like, trying to be reactive and not forcing you to act. Because, like, if you notice here, you have to respect my space, yeah, but I'm not making you do something. And all you have to really do is, like, respect, if you go for this, there's a chance you die.
Yeah.
Compare that to, like, if I'm actively pushing at you like this, like, you know you're gonna die if you don't respond.
Yeah.
That's the big difference. And I want you to do the same thing that I just did to you, back to me. Because I want to make sure that you can understand how to apply it in your own gameplay, before going over some stuff. So I want you to be playing more active in forcing me to play your game, in forcing me to act on your terms.
Okay.
Good. So something I'll point out is if your goal is to play more defensive, I'm not going to shoot. Like, if your goal is to play more defensive in a situation, you want to push in and force me to react, but you don't want to commit all the way. Because if your goal is still to play defensive and reactive, you know that there's a chance I can go here. If your goal is to set up a push for your team, for example, going through right side is the correct play. I point that out because, like, there's a few differences of, is your goal to hold or is your goal to push? Because, like, if you notice, if your goal is to push, and, like, let's say I just stay there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your rotating up here is perfect, because if I'm here and you have a full charge, I have to keep reacting to you. But keep in mind, you are forcing a reaction, but I get to choose the reaction I have, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
Sorry, there's a lot of things here. If you're here, I can choose to run towards you, I can choose to run away from, like, run to the side, to the opening left, I can go left, any number of things. And it's just something to be aware of. I'm not going to drill all of it into you, because you'll just learn it as you play. And since you've done that, I want you to go to, well, guess what, I can just choose where you want me to go. And I want you to play how you were before, of, you're just putting pressure on me, but I don't need to react. Because I want you to see the difference, because there's a difference both in playing it and feeling it, and fighting against it.
Okay.
Yeah, like, just put pressure onto me, not even trying to, like, do you notice how, okay, in that case I actually just messed up, which is fine. Like, if you notice, you're not forcing me to choose something different. If I want to pick a different something, I have to accept
I'm just looking at you.
Yeah. Compare that to when you were, like, if you're all the way back there and you walk at me, like, I have to respect what you're doing.
Okay.
That's what you should be looking for if you can. And that's kind of why I was being picky with some stuff from earlier. Like, if you're there and you walk towards me, I just have to respect it. Or just run the risk of dying. And most people are very afraid of dying. So it's really useful. Because, like, I promise you, most people's responses aren't going to be just do something like this and get in your face. Which, that wasn't even clean movement, but yeah, whatever. Anyways. Before I go over, actually, no, we already went over your other game. Before I play a game or two, because I want to just show this in the game perspective before having you play a few, if that's fine. Did you feel the difference? Because I want to make sure you can feel and notice the difference. And it's not just...
I could feel the difference, but, like, actively, like, thinking about it and trying to apply it is really weird, because...
Oh, it's a challenge.
It's like, on one hand, it's on one hand, it's kind of what I'm aiming for, but it's like, when someone's pointing it out, I can just, like, feel the lizard brain just going, no, I want to be back here.
I get that. There's a few ways you can fight that. The answer I would give you is practice. Like, just practice and get used to it. Because, I can show you my gameplay, and I'm gonna point something out. I've not been playing in a bit, because, my wrists have been, dead. So I'm not even playing at, like, my peak mentality. And I just want you to notice how I'm playing. For some of it. Because, like, you can get there, I promise you. And if you're really afraid of it, what I'd recommend is take like anything that's like a mid to short ranged weapon, throw in some QR and just run at people, and just get used to it. Just get used to the feeling of going forward and dying. Because really, what's the worst that happens? You die and you lose. You can get used to that feeling. And I say get used to it on like shorter mid range because it's not your main. And then once you feel comfortable with it, do it with Hydra.
Okay.
Because doing that is just getting you used to it. And again, I'm not saying you have to play how I do. I'm not saying you have to play like you're trying to always die. But you have to get over that curve somehow. And the answer I found works best is just do something radically different and learn to shift down to what you like.
Okay.
Also, I'm going to point out you're going to notice my mechanics are bad. Don't mention it. Long range aiming has never been my strength. It'll still be interesting to find out. Yeah. The main thing that I want you to look for when I'm playing is, again, just look at how I'm trying to position to force the enemy team to respond. Fine. Why did I not paint my feet? Okay, team. Guys, I can't do more for you. I'm gonna just bite the bullet on dying here, actually. I don't mind dying here. Oh, I still live. Hey, guys, please, what is going on? I can't help my team any more than I really am, because, like, I'm sawing 3 of them in a fight. I'm so sad. But I do want to point out, if you're noticing, I was holding a 1v3 pretty comfortably as a Hydra. Like, you can get there and just be comfortable with it. I'm just gonna go push this, we need the points.
Yeah, I noticed how you started like running at them, and then they all had to turn towards you, but they also didn't really want to like fully commit because they didn't want to die.
Yep. So I'm gonna do something really funny. Either it feels like the threat. I want to sell respawns here. Because if I... Okay, yeah, that's fine. I was expecting them to respawn faster. But if I saw respawns there, I kind of just play into the question of what wins the game, which is objective. I'm gonna try to play one more game if you're fine with it. And then hope for a longer game than that. But if not, it's fine. Oh, but I just realized I can swap to Gambit. I was not playing Gambit earlier yesterday because I was not confident in my aim. I'm still not, but who cares? Let's... Where is... That's not what I wanted. Yeah, this is good enough. Also, something I'll point out, which is helpful in kind of what I use, when I am trying to paint a squirrel, you can go all the way to you can go to the right side as you're swimming forward and then squirrel out of it. But I'm not doing anything fancy, like, okay, I'm gonna go all the way back and squirrel forward. I do not have that down. But I'm used to going to the side. And then just squirreling forward. Like, that's how I do it. And I just hold against the squirrel. So if you're noticing, I'm squirreling out this way, but the entire time I'm pushing right side. Well, my squirrel is slightly left. Is that how you're supposed to do it properly? I don't think so, but it works. Which isn't that all that matters at the end of the day? Surely, not actually, but in Squid Game, it's kind of all that matters. curious. Hopefully all this makes sense and you can see it, right? But you can see how to
Yeah.
apply this beyond just rambling. Because this is one of those things where I like working with anchors, but a lot of anchors struggle to understand this sometimes because it's just so foreign, and it takes getting used to. Anyways, we can I can do a fun thing on opening.
Are you gonna drop?
You know it.
Nice. I
Okay,
like
I want to
doing
find out.
that
I'm
on this
gonna get a
map.
charge here, and then peek. Like if you notice, that's a
Oh, I usually.
quick ass quad.
Oh, nice. I usually feel as if I have to wait before I can like jump out and do that.
Nope. The only thing that will stop you is the pace that you feel like playing. I feel so bad for this hen. I fought dude the last game, and dude is just getting smoked again. Oops. Okay, hold up. Let me play one more game. I want actually a prolonged game. I'm gonna swap off a brain. My bad. I forget that I'm very comfortable on Rainmaker. Um. Yeah. Anyways, I'm very curious
I
because
respect it.
on your bio you said that you wanted to play frontline or like frontline Hydra. Does this match what you want?
Well, yeah. Absolutely. Hello?
Sorry, just like joking. Was holy the KD difference that game. I'm sorry, I'm laughing at how if you combine everyone else's KD, it's still worse than mine. Okay. Give me this. Yeah, whatever. Here's hoping this one goes at a time. Or a loss. A loss is also just as fine. Yeah, I do want to point out with this too. Again, my mechanics are not solid. I'm not a Hydra player. You're gonna be
Mhm.
if you keep playing like this and you keep wanting to develop your skill, you're gonna be better than this by a lot. So like, have fun with that because this is where you can get to. Oh, that's what the person was DMing me about. Okay.
No, I would absolutely love to just like more consistently just drop and start bullying people.
The only way that you can do it is if you start practicing and just do it. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, the answer I'd give you if you really want to practice this is take it to the extreme. So if you want to play at a certain speed, play it way faster than it, and just get used to what the limits of that, and again, bring it down to how you want to play.
Okay.
That is my advice to literally everyone in regards to like play style and speed and stuff. This might be a quick game considering. No, this actually should go to time considering your comp. Oh, this is gonna be a fun game.
Oh God.
I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this actually. I'm so sad. I thought a team would draw shards. That's fine. Yeah, no, that's totally fine. You know, I'm not realizing I should make the rainbow of the V, but I was gonna make it. Because I was gonna point something out with like some of the angles I'm playing, but I don't really have anything that is just talking about angles that I'd recommend. Hey buddy, I'm just gonna jump up here. If I die, I die. Yep. Yeah, go on, delete. That's fine. I'm so sad. I didn't read that right. Also, I'm not realizing I should probably slow down a little bit, just to show some stuff with full charges. Because if you notice, I'm very happy with partials. I'm just gonna chillax here a minute, actually. There's no. Why did that work as well as it did? I didn't even get a kill, but I shouldn't have stayed there as long as I did. Sorry, I'm baffled. That shouldn't. Whatever. Ah, sick. Hey, crab, focus me. I'm just gonna give my leader a free shot. That's another fucking crab. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here, to be honest.
Don't die.
I can do my best. Okay, that sounds about right. feel I was kind of dead no matter what I did there as soon as I dropped right. No, there was something I could have done. I just didn't play it. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I'll find it there because like I'm just starting to making mistakes. I should have peeked earlier because I was trying to react to them instead of just saying this is what I'm doing, deal with it. Which is why I died there because that was a totally livable situation for me. I just played it wrong. Okay, this push is. We need to stop this, guys. Yeah, we gotta stop this, guys. Where are we, team? Whatever. Yeah, and this is gonna be a battery of crabs, I think. I'll just wait here for a second and get a full charge. That's fine. I can play reactive here. There's somebody that's no drop too good. I think there's somewhere behind, but I'm not too worried about that. Good. You know what? Let's do this. We're gonna do this, and you're gonna move, buddy. Yeah? Was that what you wanted to do? That was our dappler. I got so spooked. Good shot, leader. So, if you can't tell, trying to slow down is not a strength of mine. I'm definitely doing my best, though, I promise.
No, the speed is fine. I'm just a little surprised that it's like something you could achieve with Hydra. Like,
I'll be honest, this
like
is. I'm not even doing all that much with Hydra. Because I can get away with so many more partials. I'm just not trying to right now, because I'm trying to show some other stuff. I'm gonna die here. Please do my bidding auto. Yep, that sounds apart. Ah, my team is playing so far back. Yeah, no, we lost this game. Whatever. I did say loss was acceptable. Yeah, there's nothing I could have done there. I played that weird. So I'm trying to process what I could have done in my game. And there's a few things, but whatever. Anyways, I'm curious. Do you have a capture card? If not, that's fine. I'm not.
I do.
So,
I do.
would you mind sharing a game or two? And I just want to see you trying to apply what we've been talking about.
Okay, I can try that. Yeah.
Sick. Then, while you set that up,
Get set up real quick.
Yep, I will set up OBS to record DMs. There we go. Probably should have waited a second, but whatever. I don't really mind.
Is there any goal in particular I should do, or just like
whatever you like?
Pick whatever. Okay. I hate Manto.
I respect it. I'm not one of those people, but I understand why some people don't like it.
Like, it's a map that I have to be okay with, but I'd rather not.
I am just saying, though, the more and more comfortable you are just playing aggressive and fast, the nicer it is. Coming from an SU player who had to learn that the hard way from Mesa. Also, as a heads up, some of the stuff that I'll say is going to be a little delayed. Just because your capture card's been a bit weird, don't sweat it, just... If I'm saying something that's like 5 seconds behind on your end, that's why.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm hearing your audio before I'm seeing the visual.
Oh.
Nice. Perfect. So I want to point out, because you did die there, don't think that you going for that is bad, it's just practice. Because I don't think you're used to, okay, something can push to the left side. Or something will just wait there for you.
Is there?
That's fine. I'll put it there. You don't have to play at my pace. You can play for charges more. Because I feel you were trying to go into a range to try to play for a partial. If I'm wrong, I can't help you. I'm going off of yes. Yeah, sure. That's fine.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Okay, wait a minute. So weird.
So I'm trying to process what's happening. I do not think going through the capture card is gonna be the way. I'm afraid.
Oh my god, is it acting up right now?
A little bit. It's fine. There's a workaround to this. I'm not worried. Like, I think once the game's over, we can just play some open, and I can just watch what you're doing. Cause yeah, like I am getting, or like it's skipping every third second.
Jesus Christ.
Or it's not skipping, but like I just
You
can't. I can hear the audio
Alright,
just fine.
alright, alright. That is so funny.
I don't know what it is about this review in
There's no way.
particular, but the technology just hasn't. First we have the replay that
I
just
swear it
refused to
doesn't
get
do
downloaded.
this. Like, trying to actively flat is a little weird.
It is.
There's times where I'm just able to do it.
It's just hard to do stuff like this. It's just unfortunately for practice you just have to.
Okay, alright. We got it. Hello?
Yeah. Sorry, I wish I could have given more response that game.
No.
I,
That's definitely a run back. Like, hold up. That is
fair.
so funny.
I, you'll have to watch it once it's over. That was something else. I have a room up. Just tell me when to send the invite. Oh, I should be able
Okay.
to send it now, shouldn't I? You're still in the pool.
Yes.
Yeah. Let me swap off of Hydra. Let's see, what is a good weapon for what I'm wanting to do? Oh, actually, this would work, wouldn't it? Oh, yep, multiple people are joining. I don't even
Oh.
know who. I don't care who it is. I have a hunch I know who it is. Um. Okay. Alright, hold up. Where is... I actually stand corrected, I think. But yeah. On your end, just stick with Hydra. That's really the big thing.
Mhm.
Oh, that's who it was! That is not who I thought it was. Okay. So yeah, big thing on your end is just try to play more active, and I can play a little bodyguarding.
Okay.
Just to help you get into those positions. I rip picking roller. I'm so used to carbon. I was just like, oh, whatever, it'll be fine. Fine. It's not fine, but oh, if it's a single game.
No, we got it. We got it.
But yeah, I think what I'll probably do just for at least having things recorded, I'll probably do a game or two of this and then just cut this and then we can talk about some stuff
Okay.
off video and some stuff with that, because yeah. But we've gone through the big thing of review. Because the rest of it is just kind of customizing. Do you want to go through left side? Or go through the
Right.
flank? Right, okay.
Yeah. I'll just do my normal opening.
No, I'll
here.
join you. I thought I'd play bodyguarding. Or the enemy team is going to be crazy.
Oh, okay. No problem.
Nice kill. Where are you wanting to go, and I'll just
Tower.
match you. Leave tower to our teammates. That's their job right now.
Okay. Okay.
Your entire job is just practice.
Say less.
Sorry, I know that's gonna sound weird, but your entire job is just practice. If you win or lose is inconsequential. Nice kill. Where are you wanting to go, and I can match you. I can't get to you in time, sorry.
No worries. I'm just
You wanna
flailing
jump
for
to me,
my
honestly?
now. Yeah.
I have a very generous gift for you, by the way.
I
And an
love
entire
free
dead
housing.
team, apparently. Oops. But yeah, like, literally just stay there. Just stay there and watch the left side. Our teammates should be able to watch right. Nice.
I exploded.
That's fine. Oh, I didn't realize the cap was on my jump. Okay. That's fine. Wait, I want to find out, if you notice, in that active position, you can do a good bit more than if you're playing further back.
Okay.
No, you're not killing my Hydra. Nah, I'm just gonna chill with you now. Where are you? I wanna just jump.
I'm right here.
That's you. Oh, that's where you are. Okay. Look, I just got into a fight, and then out of a fight. You understand. Here, do you want to join me? I can set up a bubble for you real quick.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Sick. I'm dead. Okay, that's fine. Just set up a full charge. Nice. Okay. Yeah. Don't feel like you have to do partials, by the way. Like, you don't need to mimic me on that. It's a bad habit that I have. Like, I can be honest.
No,
Here, where do you want to go?
Partials are good.
I can. They are. You want to just join me on the flank? I respect it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll grab tower for you.
I'm on
Just go crazy. That's a crap.
Yeah, jumps on it too.
That's fine. We still have lead at the end of the day. Like, that is all that matters right now.
I'm gonna jump to the. Never mind, the beacon's dead.
Sorry, I just whiffed that entirely. I'm gonna just
No,
go
you're
through
good, you're
middle.
good,
Just
you're
try to give you an opening real quick. Yep, I have like 3 on me. I'm out of
Yeah,
ink.
Beacon's gone.
They're still in tower.
I'm dead. Cancel
That's-
that me.
I'm gonna rotate through your left side here. I'm just gonna try to make sure that everything is set in a little easier for us to defend with. You know what? We're gonna
Okay.
chillax here for a bit. I'm in no rush. That didn't kill. That's tragic.
I am dead to hammer. Oh my ouchie.
Cool. Instead. I shot. Huh? What was that?
Whatever it was, we'll take it.
I have a bubble up if you want it, by the way.
Jump in.
Hi, my team. Please watch me. I'm just gonna look stupid now to give you a full charge. Something's rotating right side. Viper. Okay.
Yeah, they got me.
Okay. I'm just gonna go kill Pen real quick.
Okay.
Got Pen. Decap's all the way back left.
Waiting at the
Dave
card
forward,
right
careful.
now.
Yep. Nice, full charge.
I know they're still over there.
That's fine. I'm gonna just rotate for tower real quick, because I kind of don't want to lose that.
Okay.
Sorry, I got an
Nice.
accidental triple. I'm doing too much.
Nah, you're good, you're good.
Not like the point is for you to practice. I'm actually just doing too much.
They were all kind of looking at me. I was just waiting to explode.
I mean, they exploded, so...
Oh.
Just rolled around the corner and killed both the Viper, both the Taunas. That's... yeah. Let's just chillax here for a bit. Do they remember is the question. No. Kind of, actually. I might have goofed. Nope, I'm fine. We're fine. All is good. I guess I should ask, since I'm playing weapon to try to make your life easier, what would make your life easier for this? And you can't answer the entire team being dead.
No. Usually, what helps is like just making sure people aren't like many people aren't looking at me, so it's just easier to walk up.
Okay. I can do that. Where is... what is... this is a good weapon for what I want to do, actually. And it's up to you. This should help, hopefully, not make me kill as many people as easily. Yeah, I will try to just focus on making sure the enemy team does not have time to set up.
Yeah, just general like rat behavior is very helpful for me.
I get you. I can do that. Mainly asking as a, for the sake of practice, it is ideal for you to get as many reps in to just get used to it. So
Yeah.
I am curious, after one game of playing with it, how does it feel? Like, does it feel right? Does it feel wrong? Because if it feels wrong, that's fine. We can hit the drawing board.
It definitely feels a little weird.
Bad weird, good weird, weird. There's a lot of weird.
Just like in the middle. I wouldn't say it's bad,
Just
but I
different.
wouldn't say it's good. Yeah, it's very different from my usual approach.
I mean, it makes sense. I'm asking you to play way further up than you would typically from the games you send.
Yeah.
Do you want to join me on left flank, by the way? I can paint you in.
Absolutely.
I gotcha. So yeah, like,
I love blanks.
literally, you can just get a full charge up. And I will just... nice. Nice. So, something I'll encourage with this, just because I was watching you from map, don't feel like you have to take the same positions you do typically. Like, experiment with some weird positions as well.
Okay.
Because you don't just want to accelerate how you play normal. You also want to change the options you're doing. Because if you don't, it makes it a little easy to stop you.
Got him.
Nice, let's do... Jet, please have mercy! Nope, okay. Jet's half on tower.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, I'm not ratting enough. Oops. Let me go change that. I didn't get it full charge. I was trying to dash. Oops. Oh well. What? You know what? I'm just gonna grab tower and I'm just gonna make the enemy team play our game real quick, so we don't have to just stay on constant defense. I'm probably gonna die here in a second, but I will do my best. Please trust me for no reason. That's hilarious. I got 2, by the way, so have fun.
Nice.
I'm so sad that was so close. So yeah, something you can do. So like, go far right, by the way, instead of just going left side. Because something that you can do as well is play in the opposite location of where your team is located. Because like if you notice, pushing to your right side, it might not have worked, but like that does give you different targets that are focused on your teammates, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because you know, if you're playing in a similar spot to your teammates, you're not helping the force much. Carbon's on our bot. Jumping on our bot.
I exploded?
Rip, that's tragic.
For what?
I actually
Where was the suction bomb?
Oh, if it's a suction, that would do it. Those things are
God.
sneaky. There's a jet. I have jet on me right now. It's in mid. I'm just gonna go forward here. That's fine. Shots in mid. Jet's on tower. Or recalls on tower.
Just died for the shot.
I'm gonna die to swig here. I'm rotating behind them. That's fine. I got 2 of them to look back.
Okay.
Nice. Nice rotating right side. That was a good play. Yep. That's fine. Shot's somewhere in mid from how they've been playing. I'm not too worried. Here, where are you wanting to go? Let me... Something's right street. Multiple things are right street, actually. There's something right drop, by the way. Careful. Like, right under you, I think.
Yeah, it's a roller.
Yep. Just rotate left side, then. You don't have to take the fight. Nothing's saying you have to take the fight or die. There's 2 on right street again. That's fine. Nice playing further up. Sacrifice me if you need, by the way. I don't mind if I die. Yeah, just get out alive. You got it.
Oh, okay.
I didn't realize they were going to chase you down instead of take the easy jump kill, but sure. That is certainly their prerogative. Okay. So here, I'll take a right side since you're taking left, and I'll try to give you some free angles.
Yeah.
Never mind, Carbon is just guarding tower. That's fine. Carbon is under left drop. Careful. I'd rotate just right side. We just have to put horse in front of tower here. I'm gonna die to jet. Front on tower, dead. Carbon on me, dead.
Nope. Roller, got him.
Nice. I almost got Nova. There's 2 on ouch. Both shooters are on their plat right now. Yeah, they're all by their plat right now. Jumping 2. So keep an eye on left side. Do not worry about right side. Do not worry about right side. We need to guard tower on left here. Sorry, that's a... I don't trust this. I don't know what I don't trust. I just don't trust. That's tragic. I tried.
I was trying to laser down the jet too.
Okay. I'm curious. Do you have something that you want to add to the recording, or am I good to end it? Because I think at this point on your end, it's kind of just practicing and getting used to some of the oddities that come with it.
Yeah, there's nothing else for me in regards to that.
Then